Call this meeting to order. Roll, please, if you would, Michelle.
Avon.
Here.
Caledonia.
Here.
Canisius.
Here.
Geneseo. Groveland. Leicester. Lima.
Here.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Here.
North Dansville.
Here.
Nunde.
Here.
Ashen.
Here.
Portage.
Here.
Sparta.
Here.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Here.
York.
Here. Ian, if you would please introduce the person for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Sure. Thank you, Chairman. Today's veteran to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance is Jamie Babocci. Jamie was born in Dansville and graduated from Dansville Central School. She enlisted in the United States Air Force in July 2002, stationed at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, Yokota Air Force Base in Japan, and serving on a convoy tour for Operation Iraqi Freedom, receiving an honorable discharge as Staff Sergeant in 2008. Prior to her active duty Air Force service, Jamie was a private first class in the Army National Guard. Staff Sergeant Babocci's awards and decorations include the Air Force Achievement Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Air Force Outstanding Unit Award with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Air Force Good Conduct Medal, Air Force Longevity Service, U.S. Air Force Non-Commissioned Officer PME Graduate Ribbon, Air Force Expeditionary Service Ribbon with gold border, Air Force Training Ribbon, Army Commendation Medal, Army Service Ribbon, National Defense Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. Following military service, Jamie enjoyed her time as a stay-at-home mom before graduating from SUNY Brockport and getting into employment with the Livingston County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Babocci was assigned to the jail division from 2015 to 2019 and is currently now a road patrol deputy. Jamie enjoys spending time with her family, reading and hiking. She currently resides in Dansville with her spouse of 19 years, Laszlo, who is also a sheriff's deputy, and daughters Bryn, who is 16, and Kaylee, 15. Jamie, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Jamie, for your service to our country and the United States Air Force, the Board of Supervisors is pleased to present you with a certificate of appreciation. Thank you.
We have some meeting minutes for your consideration from our last regular meeting, the 11th of August. Is there any changes, any additions, deletions, anybody wants to bring forward? Hearing none, I'd look for a motion and a second, please.
Move Schuster.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We have a communication also, Michelle.
The public hearing set by resolution number 2021-244 for today was canceled while we await further grant guidance.
Thank you. Abstract of claims is next.
Mr. Pangrazio, approving abstract of claims 8B, August 25th, 2021.
Mr. Chairman, I move this abstract of claims and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Pangrazio. I'll ask if anybody has any questions or discussion on this abstract of claims. Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Leicester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde. Ashen. Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted.
Next, we have a resolution from the Committee of the Whole.
Recognizing and honoring SUNY Geneseo upon the occasion of its sesquicentennial.
Is there any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, I look for a motion and a second.
Move Pangrazio.
Second Schuster.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Roll please on this, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted.
Next, we have one resolution on the preferred agenda.
Establishing standard workday.
Is there any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, I look for a motion in a second, please.
Move Grazio.
Second, Paul.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Roll please on this, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted.
We're going to have some further resolutions which are going to require a separate roll call vote.
Mr. Pangrazio, establishing standard workday and retirement reporting credit.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. Ask at this time if there's any questions or discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Amending 2021 Livingston County budget, Sheriff's Office and Workforce Development.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. Ask at this time if there's any discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Authorizing transfer of funds, Department of Social Services and Highway.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. I'll ask at this time if there's any discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Authorizing and approving a settlement agreement to an action relating to the opioid crisis.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. Ask at this time if there's any questions on this settlement agreement. Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Authorizing lease with the Council of Alcohol and Substance Abuse, Trinity, Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. Ask at this time if there's any questions on this lease agreement. Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Decreasing workers' compensation reserve account for the year 2021.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Congrazio. Ask at this time if there's any questions or discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, I will roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Awarding bid for the Livingston County Department of Health for transportation of children with special needs, ARC of Livingston, Wyoming.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Fabrizio. Ask at this time if there's any questions or discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, I will roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following grant award contract for the Livingston County Department of Health, Health Research, Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Fabrizio. Ask at this time if there's any discussion on this resolution. Hearing none, I will roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta. York. Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted. Authorizing the purchase of one 2022 Ford F-350 Crew Cab pickup truck with snow equipment through New York State OGS Mini Bid 7725 and New York State OGS Contract PC 68978 for the Livingston County Highway Department, DeLacy Ford, Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Fabrizio. Is there any questions or discussion on this purchase? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland. Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1501, absent 508, adopted.
Ian, do you have any updates for the board at this time?
No, just the presentation.
All right, I'll go ahead and, Michelle, I had a couple of appointments.
Sure. For the Glow Workforce Development Board, John M. McGowan and Jason R. Requa, Jason Requa. These are ongoing appointments at the discretion of the individual county CEOs.
Thank you. Next, we have our 23rd annual employee recognition, and I'd like to welcome everybody this afternoon. So glad we're doing this, even though it's an event that we had planned for doing last year in the pandemic. We're going to be doing it now, so it's a great chance to recognize and honor our employees, the people who really are our link between us, the things we do, and working through department heads. And the employees are really the folks that are out there dealing with our constituency and doing a great job of it. And just thank you all for all that you do and all your years of service to Livingston County. I'll turn it over to Ian. He's probably going to run the format or the way that we do this just a little different, but Ian will go ahead and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Chairman. And I echo the chairman's comments. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Actually, I'm going to pass the buck after I got the buck passed to me to Michelle. She's going to go over a little bit about the logistics after I say a few words and kind of recognize all of you for the work that you're doing. So we'll begin the employee recognition ceremony. Again, as David said, we weren't able to get together last year. So we're actually doing two of these sessions, the first of which is today. And so we're honoring actually those that started to work for us either in 1994-ish or in 2009-ish. So just kind of wanted to set the table on who we're talking about and who we're with here today in the audience. So I'm personally very proud and happy to be standing up here in front of all of you to say a few words. We are celebrating county workforce milestone anniversaries today. I'm also very grateful to be standing up here, period, because as David said, we could not do this last year. So we had to kind of work around a few little things today. So please bear with us on some of the very small, subtle changes. But again, very grateful that we can be here today in this type of environment and provide you all with a thank you. I'm also blessed to be in the company of such incredible public servants, all of you here in the audience today. These are the essential workforce members that we hear so much about. You are all the frontline staff, and you are the heroes of the pandemic response. The wheels of county government did not stop turning because a pandemic hit. In fact, in many areas, we had to actually ramp up service provision to respond to the situation. I could not be more proud of the work, and the board could not be more proud of the work of the county workforce and all of the employees over the last 18 months. But what is employee recognition? It's a time to reflect on the service tenure of all of you very dedicated employees. It's an opportunity to take some time out of our busy schedules to express some appreciation for the doers in county government. And you all make county government work. I'd be remiss if I didn't add some stats and facts and figures, as we always do from the historian's office. You got to look back to where you were in 2009, 1994, what was going on. So I got a few local things and some national things for you to jog your memory. I know some of you are a little older than others. So 2009, for those celebrating the 10-year anniversary, we had a ribbon cutting for the newly renovated Building 1. We started work on the jail, the brand new jail that is not brand new anymore, but fully functional. Barack Obama was inaugurated, and crazy coincidence, sadly, really, we had a swine flu declared a global pandemic that year. Going way back to 1994, we were dealing as a county and a community with the aftermath of the mine collapse. Nationally, OJ was fleeing police in a white Bronco. The cost of gas was $1.11. I won't ask what it is right now. And the Dallas Cowboys handed the Buffalo Bills their fourth. Well, you know how that one went. So I do these conversations with the county town hall forums, and I do those once a month. And I talk to the residents about a lot of different things. And sometimes we get some complaints, and sometimes we get some kudos, and we get a lot of stuff in between. But I always give them a little bit what I call County Government 101. So I talk about, to all those listening, what Livingston County government does. So, for the value of your taxes, this is what your county government does each and every day. So I talk about how we started 200 years ago, and then I fast forward to the incredible work that is done in 2021. So I also tell a few what I call scenario stories. And one example I want to provide you today, because it gives a little context of what we're talking about. And one example involves a simple fall. So a literal fall, someone falling. So a 911 call comes to Livingston County. Sheriff's office runs 911 in Livingston County. An elderly man has fallen down. So the sheriffs respond. There's an injury, so County Emergency Medical Services, another county department, also responds. They drive over a county highway, highway road, highway bridge that we maintain to get to the scene. The victim is treated. And there are some mental health concerns with the individual, and a referral is made to that department, also a county division. Additionally, the gentleman's due for a second vaccine shot, it's found out. So he's scheduled through our Department of Health to get that second shot. The individual, it turns out, is down on his luck and just lost his job as well. So he's referred to the County Workforce Development Office about job options. He gets some information from DSS as well, social services, to see about public assistance to maybe get back on his feet. Same elderly individual who fell is also incidentally a veteran, and when being treated for medical care realizes that there are additional benefits that he's entitled to, so he goes to our Veteran Service Office. Because of his injuries, he temporarily needs to rehab and does a short stint at the CNR for those therapy services. And once back at home, he returns to his daily deliveries of meals from the Office for the Aged. So that's nearly a dozen service areas touched in county government in one single random incident that's probably happened many, many, many times. Well, this particular example I chose starts with an unfortunate origin, which is a fall. Countless other examples abound whereby the service touch points are many, involving a clinic, a trip to the DMV, change in enrollment for an election, having some service or need met by county government. The point being, county government workforce is true life cycle service provider. The departments being recognized here today are a diverse set of areas with one goal in mind: to offer and provide best-in-class service to all visitors, residents, taxpayers, clients, and customers. Also, if you look at this list in the pamphlet here, we've got the nursing home, central services, county clerk, treasurer, Department of Health, Department of Social Services, highway, probation, sheriff. All those departments do kind of their normal and customary and regular job. And I know for a fact, all of those departments had representatives kind of redeploy and reposition themselves during the last 18 months to do other things beyond what their job description says that they should do. So they should be recognized there for that. You have all done your part. The first part, showing up. You show up and work and treat people professionally and with respect, and in turn, you are the face and the public window into county government as an employer and as an organization. You are the front door, you're the welcome mat, and you're the cogs in the wheel that make things happen and get the work done. Some members of the public, the pandemic opened their eyes to the everyday heroic value-added efforts being done by countless individuals that dedicate their work lives to serving their community. For us in county government, we had the heads up years and years ago. We know our people, and we know the response effort would be there, that we and you would not skip a beat. But do not take for granted the opportunity you have been given to do the people's work. On behalf of the board, thank you for your public service to your neighbors, to the Livingston County community, and congratulations on your recognition. It's well-deserved, and we're grateful to have you here as part of our employee team. For those being recognized today, I say to you, today is an excellent time to contemplate how far things have come in Livingston County government as we celebrate our 200th anniversary, and to think about your role or the roles you've played in shaping county government and county service within the time period of your employment here with us. You have made a difference, you continue to make a difference, and for that we thank you. So I'd like to start with a round of applause for all of you before we begin the individual recognition. And with that, I will turn it over to Michelle. But because I'm getting the look, before I turn it over to Michelle, I would, of course, like to start with the recognition that you can't really kind of like self-recognize yourself, I guess. So we do these, and we also designate those that are department heads that are also receiving a service award. And so Michelle is a longtime county employee, 25 plus years, now probably 26 years, and was the secretary to the county administrator for many years, and then transferred over to the clerk of the board, servicing the board of supervisors in the county, as a whole, writ large. So I'd like to recognize Michelle and have her stand up. So we're recognizing Michelle for her 25 anniversary. And also, and not just the service tenure, also to recognize Michelle and Ashley in my office and Lisa and others that have a part in making all of this happen today. So I want to thank them for all their efforts in getting to today and making this happen in light of everything that's going on. So now I will turn it over to Michelle.
Thank you. Lower this 4 feet. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're doing different this year. Obviously, we're keeping a little more distant, so we won't be calling everybody up to accept a gift up front. You all have your gifts at your chairs. What I would like you to do is when I call your name to please stand and stay standing until I finish your department. And then we're going to take a picture, a casual picture, and then move on to the next department. If you could please hold your applause until after each department. That would be great. And then after everything is finished and we adjourn, I would ask that the people being honored today come up and take a picture with their gift, and they can do it with their department head, their fellow, their coworkers, their family, whatever you would like to do a picture. Okay. So starting with the 10-year awards, Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation, Julie Kirchhoff, Linda Corralco, Michael Lewis, Holly Link, Nancy Matos, Susan Radici, Haley Reynolds, Karen Stevens, Tina Sullivan, and Billy Joe Wilkins. Central Services, Marcy Shermer. County Clerk, Jennifer Bushin. County Treasurer, Catherine Gilbert. Department of Health, Stacy Bennett, Diana Cannon, Deborah Murtha, Anne Marie Perry. Department of Social Services, Phyllis Draywood and Melinda Hilliard. Highway Department, Dustin Casamano. Probation, Deborah Williams. Sheriff's Office, Joe Marie Kimball, David Richardson, Amanda Schultz, Michael Wade, and Michael Williams. These are now the 25-year awards. Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation, Lynn Heather and Sheila Sider. County Clerk, Kathleen Garino. Department of Health, Roxanne Clark. Department of Social Services, Deborah Fox, Tracy McCackey, Stephen Rapp, and Kelly Tonkery. Sheriff, Brian Applin, Matthew Burgess, Heather Gross, and Jamie Kelly. At this time, I'd like to call the Vice Chairman, Dennis Mayes, up, and he's going to give the closing remarks.
That was pretty fast. I don't think I can go that fast. On behalf of the Board of Supervisors, I'd like to extend thanks and gratitude for all the awardees today, families and your coworkers. Without you, or with you, the county is a much better place to live. And you do a beautiful service for everybody that you deal with, whatever department you're in. That being said, I remind you that afterwards there'll be pictures taken with the department heads if you'd like. You can leave your gifts on your chairs. And you can and hopefully we'll join us out in the lobby for a reception with everybody so that we can all personally thank you. And that'll be right after we adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Is there any other business to come before the board?
Move to adjourn from Geneseo.
Second, yes.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting stands adjourned. Good.